gooses on the side of the road. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. What do we got here? 5.1. I tell you guys, I see those 5.0, 5.1 and a lot more 4.9 than I used to. And that's just on the regular street surface here and there. Decided to pull. No prep, nothing. So there's quite some game there. Canadian goose on the side of the road. Pretty scary. Alright guys, so we're going to do one last run if we can, and if the goose are still in the woods, we're fine. Otherwise, if they're back on the road, well, I guess we're going to have to abort. Tire pressure is pretty high there. They're set to, I think we're at a record high 38, and I could have dropped them down, but I didn't because it's getting colder in the morning. All right, let's check this out. Board. There they are. There are the beasts. Okay. Yeah, 5.5, a lot of wheel spin. Started at 4,000 RPM. That's a little bit too high, especially with the hard tires. With a lot of PSI there on 38 PSI, it's way too much. So much wind today. It's a nice weather. It's 70 outside, so it's pretty good, and it's a lot of humidity. It's probably 60, 65 or 60 some, maybe more, 80, maybe 70 humidity. I'd have to check, but it feels humid. And yeah, quick launch here. Not the best start. Still enjoyable though. Still the fun feeling to ride those gears. I was hoping to get a good video today on the performance. We're not going to get performance. But if we talk about impressions since I did the manifold, getting good vibes about them. You know, I can feel the acceleration is quicker. The pickup from off the line is a lot quicker. My wife noticed it, and she drives it casually, you know, and when she got it the first time, she said, wow, it's so much faster. And it is. Off the line it is, you know, probably a tenth, maybe 2. But that on constant basis, you know, I've pulled my best 4.9, but that was, you know, and on the track. Let's try to start here. So lately I've been regular. My pressure usually at 30, so I've been getting some 5.1s, 5.0. You know, I got a 4.9 as well. That never happened on constant basis before, so today's not reflecting that. Sorry about that, but the honest truth there, it is quicker and by a few tenths, you know. And on the street, it makes it different, especially on the lights. The light, you can feel the car picks up a lot quicker, and it's more enjoyable. It makes more noise, obviously, and it's a lot more fun to drive. You know, you can feel the rush, the acceleration, the engine noise as well. How did I get? Oh, here it is. I mean, the Flowmaster, don't get me wrong, if you do get Flowmasters, and those were the Force 2 and it had resonators in the back, a bit like these here, and they were great. I mean, you know, I really loved the noise they made. It was a little bit more sinister than these, to be honest. When I heard my wife leave with the car in the morning, I was listening to this, and it had that really sinister growl to it at low speed, you know, in first gear, just cruising out the neighborhood. And it was, you know, it's a nice sound. It really is. And when you're racing it, it's not as loud as this one. It's not as deep. It doesn't growl as high pitch, and it doesn't growl as low pitch. I don't know how to explain it more than that, but that's pretty much the explanation. And but one thing I really liked about the Flowmaster and the Force 2 is that the Super 44s that came with it, when you race it and you downshift, every time you downshift and you rev that engine, you know, you rev it, you downshift to 4,000 or 5,000 RPM, and then you curve it in, you know, wherever that track is. The rattle it makes from that downshift is just the best. It's really like a racy sound. It's like you're driving a race car for that moment there. On the acceleration, not as good, and not as good as this one. So there's some pros and cons. And obviously that was a 2.5 inch exhaust. This is a 2.75 inch exhaust. You know, and though, you know, that had the stock manifold, the regular log manifold there, cast iron. So it, you know, it did change. Probably having, you know, SRT exhaust on that system would probably help as well to scream a little bit more. But I feel this is great, and that's the reason probably why they put it on the RT since 2017. You know, a little bit more deeper information about that. I found that the new 2017 and up that has the active exhaust are not the same as the, well, obviously the Scat Pack and the Hellcat, because they don't have the same manifold. So what happens is that because you don't have those manifolds, you have the other manifolds, you're stuck with the smaller diameter connection. And with that, with the mid pipe, you're still stuck at 2.5 inches. So all the way to the mid pipes and the across the X pipe, you're at 2.5, and then from the X pipe, they bring it back to 2.75 to have the rest of the Scat Pack exhaust, which is a 2.75 with the active valve, with the resonator and the muffler. So that's the system that's provided on the new RT from 2017. Other than that, on this exhaust, yeah, well, you saw the video in the installation. Go check it back. It's not a, you know, a simple matter. It seems to be only 24, you know, 16 volts plus 4 from the mid pipes, and, you know, 2 from the connection. So it seems to be an easy 22 boat job, but it's not, you know. And if you are willing to do it, there is some gains. And for everyone that wants it, or, you know, thinking that, well, you should have went along to headers and everything. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for performance, that's probably the right route. If you're looking for a daily driver, that's not. I mean, especially when I say daily driver, it's like 365 days daily driver. And that's winter, you know, that's low, that's, you know, low ground clearance. So, you know, you're gonna run into problems having those manifolds. So, you know, it's not worth it for me to do that. What's worth it is I thought, especially the price I got this deal. I mean, at $250 for the complete exhaust from head to toe, exception the dips, it's great. I mean, you know, but you know, for me, the money was the installation. And right, so guys, that's it. It feels like I'm rambling a little bit long. If you're still listening, give me a shout. Secret word: company. Thank you for watching. So hopefully see you soon in the next video. Cheers.